Hello and welcome. I'm Cheryl. This is Your Journey Yoga, and today we are going to focus on stretches for the lower body. Perfect for those days if you've taken a long walk, a beautiful hike somewhere out in nature, if you've just done a whole lot of work in the yard, whatever it is, but you've just kind of taxed the lower body. We're going to get some good stretches in there. So if you have a mat, great. If you don't, no worries. If you have a mat, step into the top of it, and let's just roll those shoulders up and back and let those shoulders slide down and away. Little bonus stretches for that upper body. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, pull those elbows back and down. Open your chest. Oh, golly, that feels good. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, pull it down. Inhale, reach. One more time. Exhale, pull it down. Inhale, reach to the sky, and as you exhale, shake those arms on the way down. And just let those arms fall heavily down by your side. Shift your weight to your left foot, and let's shift those those right toes up and over. Now, if you're in your shoes, it's okay. You're not just going to get the same toe stretch as if you're barefoot. No worries. Getting the top of that foot. So making sure that we're not rolling over to that outer edge of the foot just yet. Coming right over the top of it. And then press your heel to the mat and pull those toes back. You might need to bend your left knee just a little bit. Just pull those toes back. Stand tall, flip the toes over once again. This time a little roll to the outside and then back through to center. A little roll to the outside. Those ankles do a lot of work for us when we're walking, hiking, running. One more time, out to the side and back to center. Again, slight bend in that left knee. Flex those right toes back. If you like, reach down. Oh, hello. Hamstring and calf. Breathe. And rise. Circle that right arm back up. And again, sit. Little bonus stretch for the shoulders. Circle that arm around, stand tall, and once again sit. This time, reach the arm forward, circle it around behind. As that hand passes behind, sit. And we're going to do that once more. Circle that right arm up, around behind, and again, sit. Reach to the sky and release that arm down by your sides. And go ahead and flip those left toes. So weights on that right foot. If you need a little assistance for balance, use a chair, use the counter, use a wall. Again, right over the top of that foot. So we're not just rolling to the outside just yet. And then a little flip of those toes to the sky. Heel pressing down, just lengthening down the back of that left leg. You might need to bend that right knee. And again, flip those toes, standing tall. And a little roll of the ankle to the outside and back through center. A little flip, heel to the mat. And a little sit. And stand. Once again, flip those toes, roll that ankle to the outside and back through to center. Continue to stand tall, pelvis is level. We flip those toes, heel to the mat, and we sit if it feels good to you. Left fingertips reach down. Hamstring and calf, toes pointing straight ahead. Supporting with that right hand if you like. Circling that left arm back, stand tall, and again we sit. So that heel just remains against the mat. Circle that arm back, stand tall, arm circles forward, and we sit. Now we're going to reverse that twice times. Extend that left arm forward, around behind. As that arm passes behind us, sit to reach down towards your toes. And again, circle that left arm up, around behind, and sit. And stand tall, reach to the sky. Both arms come up, bring your feet side by side. Interlace your fingers all but the index finger and thumb, reach. And as you exhale, lean your hips to the left, fingertips to the right, stretching all the way down that left side. IT band, little squeeze for those inner thighs. Inhale, we rise. And exhale, lean to the left, hips to the right, stretching all the way down the side of the body. Inhaling it up nice and tall. Release those arms, shake them down. Just give them a good shake. Letting go of tension, stress in the neck. If you've been carrying a pack, yeah, those shoulders are doing a whole lot of work. Those traps doing a lot of work, and just let those arms hang. Let's turn and open up those feet out towards the outside corners of your mat. Inhale, reach to the sky, pull the hands to heart center, and sink into goddess pose. Shoulders are rolled back. Place those hands to the insides of the knees. As you exhale, press that right knee out and away. How's that lower back doing? Sometimes if we're climbing hills, you can feel that in your lower back. Absolutely in your glutes and your hamstrings. So great. Inhale back to center. And exhale, press that left knee out and away. Hills are one of the best ways to get those hamstrings and glutes nice and strong. Love to hear about where you've been walking, running, hiking. Inhale it back to center one more time. Let's do each side. Getting outside, enjoying nature. We come back through to center and exhale, press it away. Amazing. The endorphins that are released when we're outside in nature, the calm. Such a great way to come back to being grounded and centered, focused. Come back to center. Lift the chest, hands to heart center, reach to the sky, interlace your fingers, press your palms to the sky, and exhale, lean to the left. Oh, golly. Been doing yoga in the park for the last several years. Oh my goodness, what a gift that is. Being outside in nature with wonderful people, soaking in the sunshine, the breeze. Inhale it back to center and release those arms down by your sides. Let's bend those knees, supporting our way down towards the floor. Supporting with those fingertips or the palms, getting into that lower back, into those hips. Breathe. A little sway side to side, just checking in. You can kind of inch those toes out a little wider if you like. You can make this movement a little bigger, extending the leg, moving to the other side and extending. Oh my gosh, that feels good. Extending, supporting with as much as you need to with those hands, the weight. If you like a little bigger, we sit those sit bones back, lifting the opposite foot, and we slide through center. Lifting the toes, bottom comes down. Let's do one more time each side. You can keep the feet on the floor or lift those toes. You do not have to sit that bottom down. Coming back through to center, legs are long, and relax the weight of the upper body down. You can adjust how wide your feet are. Just find a good space for you that allows you to fully release the weight of the upper body down. Little shift of your weight forward into those toes, and then back towards your heels, toes, and heels. Inhale, lift halfway, support with those hands. Let's walk those hands towards that left foot and bending the knee. Coming into a runner's lunge. As you exhale, lift your hips, straightening that front leg, square the pelvis, draw the nose towards your knee. Inhale back to that runner's lunge. Exhale, lift your hips, back heel down, front toes lift, square the pelvis, nose towards your knee. Inhale back to that runner's lunge. Let's go ahead and release that back knee to the mat. Untuck the toes, bring both hands to the inside of your left foot. And as you exhale, turn and look out over that left shoulder as that left knee rolls open. Inhale it back to center. Exhale, roll it open. And inhale it back to center. One more time. Exhale, roll that left knee open. And back through to center. Bring one hand on either side of your foot. Square the pelvis and slowly sit your sit bones back. Lifting those left toes. Drawing your nose toward your knee. Inhale, bending that left knee, transitioning your weight forward, tucking the back toes, lift that back knee, walking those hands back through center, shifting the toes, lengthening the legs, and then we walk the hands towards the right and bend that right knee, sinking low into your runner's lunge. Take a big breath in, And as you exhale, lift the hips, straighten that front leg, square the pelvis, draw your nose towards your knee. Inhale back to that runner's lunge. Exhale, lift your hips, straighten that front leg, square the pelvis, draw the nose towards your knee. And inhale back to that runner's lunge, bringing that back knee to the mat. Untuck your toes, bringing both hands to the inside of your foot. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, let that right knee roll open as you turn and look out over that right shoulder. Inhale it back to center. Exhale, roll it open, turn and look out over that back shoulder. Inhale it back to center. Again, roll it open. And back to center. We come, one hand on either side of your foot, and begin to sit it back, squaring the pelvis, front toes lift, nose towards your knee. Feeling that great stretch all the way down the back of that right leg, into that lower back. And breathe. Inhale, transition in that weight forward, bending that right knee, tuck the back toes, lift that back knee. Let's walk those hands back through center, straightening those legs as you come to center. Heel toe those feet in once or twice. Give yourself plenty of room so that as you hold on to your elbows or forearms, those elbows or forearms are just hovering above the floor. Feel gravity pulling the weight of the body all the way down towards the ground, and let's just sway side to side. Again, stretching that lower back, getting a beautiful stretch through those glutes, those hamstrings. Breathe. Coming back to center, relax your arms. Supporting with those hands, heel toe those feet in to forward fold. And ever so slowly, roll it up. Arms are heavy, head's heavy. Ragdolling your way all the way up to the top. Big shoulder roll at the top, and shoulders slide down and away. Do that again. Big shoulder roll. Take it up and back, and let those shoulders slide down and away. Once again, let's step to the top of the mat, to mountain. Inhale, reach to the sky, and exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, walk, step, or hop to high plank. Hold your plank. Draw that right knee in towards the center between your hands. Foot just to the inside, and extend that left leg back. We walk those hands forward towards the top corners of our mat, lengthening through the crown of the head. Core is strong. If this is still a little too upright for you, you are welcome to walk those hands all the way down to sleeping pigeon, either stacking those hands or extending those arms and releasing it all the way down. Sometimes that lower back doesn't love pigeon. Too much of an arch in the back, so take care of yourself however you need to. Breathe. If you like, transfer that right hand out in front. Left arm is going to sweep through. We allow that left shoulder to come to the mat, left side of the face to come to the mat. You can extend that right arm out nice and long. You can keep it back. You can stack your palms. Whatever feels right to you. Just this beautiful stretch through that right hip. We pull that right hand back in, gently pressing our way back up. We're going to come over onto that right hip and sweep that left leg around, crossing that right or that left foot up and over the right leg. And then work to get that left sit bone down towards the earth, sitting up nice and tall, wrapping the crook of that right elbow around the knee. We pull it in nice and tight, turning and looking out over that left shoulder. Such a great stretch for that left hip. Beautiful release for that lower back. Gently releasing that rotation, placing that right hand behind you, left elbow to the inside of that left knee. Now there's going to be kind of a little bit of a working together here. The strength of the inner thigh and that pressure of the elbow against the inside of the knee. So you want to push in and push out with the elbow as you twist. Turning and looking out over that right shoulder. Find your breath. Slow it down. And then gently release, circling that left leg back to pigeon, hands on either side of your knee. Tuck your toes, lift, and step that right foot back to plank. Hold your plank and breathe. Lifting out of those shoulders. Strong and long through the spine. We draw that left knee in, foot to the inside. We walk those hands forward. Taking care of that lower back. Do you need to come down even more? Taking more arch out of your back, then come down to sleeping pigeon. Either stacking those hands or extending those arms. You decide what's the right place to be. So sometimes things change. Like I typically would say that I am way more comfortable with my hands stacked, particularly on this side. But today this feels pretty amazing. So give it a shot, even if you think, maybe not, unless you absolutely know. Nope, not good. But sometimes it just feels pretty incredible, which this really surprises me. But hey, I'll take it. Feels good. If you like, extending that left arm out just slightly. If you're all the way down, lift just slightly and reach that right arm through. Right shoulder to the mat, side of the head to the mat. And again, arm can be extended out, hand can be pulled in. You can stack your hands. Just rest that left arm wherever you like, wherever it feels the best to you. And breathe, making sure there's no pain anywhere. Just this beautiful stretch in that left hip. No pain in the knee, the shoulder, the neck, the back. None of it. Just feeling super good as we thread that needle. You can always stay longer. Whenever you're ready, pull that left hand in, walk yourself back up, come over onto that left hip, and circle that right leg around, crossing right foot up and over the left. We wrap the crook of that left elbow around the knee as we pull it in nice and tight. Sitting up as tall as you can sit. Can that right sit bone find the mat? Do your best. Sitting up tall. And just breathe. You can turn, look over that right shoulder. Just be mindful of where your body is in space and how it responds to the stretch and the things that you ask of it. Slowly releasing that rotation. Again, we're going to use the strength of the leg, the strength of the arm. We place that right elbow to the inside of the left knee, left hand to the mat, and we're going to press against that knee as the knee presses into that elbow to get that wonderful rotation through the spine. Turning and looking out over that left shoulder. We're going to keep that pelvis level. We're not leaning back too heavy onto that left hand. It's just there for more support to lift and to sit up tall. And slowly releasing that right elbow, turning back to face front, circling that right leg around, hand on either side of your knee. Tuck your back toes, lift that knee, and step it back to plank. Crocodile down. Press it through up dog and sit it back to child's pose. Breathe. Sit bones back towards your heels, fingertips towards the top of the mat. Slow, steady breaths. Great work getting in your hike, your run, your walk, the gardening, or whatever it may have been. A whole lot of work and a little recovery for the body. So important. Let's walk those hands back up, coming up to a tabletop position. We crisscross that right knee up and over the left, and we're going to open up those feet behind us. Walk your hands forward and press your sit bones back. And we just did a whole lot of love in our pigeon pose and our Lord of the Fish. Now we just give it one more beautiful stretch for those hips, those gluteus medius, gluteus maximus, the hamstrings. Whole lot of work done when we're out there moving around. Great work. Slowly we walk those hands back underneath us again, uncrossing the right and crossing that left up over the right, bringing those feet as wide behind you as you can. Giant step forward with each hand and press it back. Press it as deep into this stretch as you wish. A very modified cow face pose. A variation of child's pose, so depending upon how you want to look at it. All good, just that beautiful stretch. And notice if you're kind of leaning to the right, maybe pull your hips back to center. I just caught myself doing that. So it's really being mindful, right? Aware of how your body responds to stretches, how you try and shortcut things. Really want to keep and maintain alignment and form. Slowly we walk those hands back up, uncross those legs. Let's sweep the feet around to one side and along down. We slide down towards the top of the mat. Extending those legs out nice and long. Reach to the sky. And exhale, lengthen, hinge it forward. Release your hands and relax the weight of the upper body down. We take a moment here in our forward fold to surrender and let go. All the way down the backs of the legs, all the way down the spine. A little tuck of your chin towards your chest. I hope whatever adventure you had today, that it was just amazing and you saw some pretty cool things, some beautiful views, that you feel healthy and strong. Thank you for incorporating me into some of your recovery. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Release your hands down by your sides. And let's turn. Sitting in easy pose. I always giggle, right? Easy pose may not be super easy for you. If it's not, go ahead and sit up on a blanket or a bolster, something that gets your hips a little bit higher than your knees. Just take some of that pressure out of those hips. Rest your hands comfortably. Close your eyes for a moment. If you like, turn your palms to the sky. You're welcome to drape your wrists over your knees. You're welcome to have a hand posture or just relax your hands. We take just a few moments to honor and celebrate our day, our adventure, the ability to move, to get out there and do. Movement, my friend, is like medicine or even better. Let your breath flow effortlessly. Let your mind be quiet. I hope you feel a smile on your face, a lightness in your heart, and that just floats with you through the rest of your day. Let's pull those hands to heart center. Open your beautiful eyes, and thank you for joining me today. Be well, take care. I hope all of those muscles from all of that hard work are saying thank you. I say a huge, heartwarming thank you to each and every one of you for joining me, for always supporting me, and just being a part of my journey. Take care of yourself, and until the next time, namaste.